Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have the Raptors hosting the Hornets, and the Raptors are 7.5-point home favorites. The over/under is at 213.5. The Hornets are plus 260 on the money line, and the Raptors are minus 325. Now, these are the overnight odds. They're going to change the closer we get to tip off tomorrow. I imagine, and I keep saying this, in the Jazz games, the Hornets games, the Wizards games, the Pelicans games, none of these teams are actively going to try to win any of their last handful of games just to make sure the ping pong balls bounce in their direction. These teams have played each other twice this year. The home team won both games. The Hornets won 138-133 in Charlotte, and then the Raptors won 108-97 in Toronto. The Hornets are getting hammered right now by the Grizzlies, 115-88. The game isn't over, but it is over, if that makes sense. You know, the people who are probably bet the game know exactly what I mean by that. The lineups for the game. The Hornets started Jeffrey, Bridges, Williams, Okogie, and Simpson. Now, I'm curious to see if they'll start Bridges in both games, considering that he played today and he's kind of been on the shelf for a while. And then when we flip it over to the Raptors, it is supposed to be, this stupid thing is really pissing me off because it keeps freezing, Quickly, Barrett, Barnes, Mogul, and Podol. Now understand that literally every NBA team's deadline to announce their rosters is 30 minutes before the game. It's absolutely infuriating, but that is what it is. Head-to-head, the Raptors are 8-2 against the Hornets in their last 10. The home team has won the last 3 games they've played against each other. The home team is 7-3. The favorite is 6-4 against the spread. The favorite is 9-1 on the money line. The over is 6-4, and the over at 213.5 is 8-2. Now, as I said, the Hornets are getting absolutely manhandled, but in the games that have concluded, they're 1-3 in their last 4. They're on a 3-game losing streak. It's about to be a 4-game losing streak. 216, 224, 227, and then 248 points. 4-point loss to the Jazz, a 4-point win over the Jazz, they didn't cover. Then a 14-point loss to the Pacers, they did cover. 23-point loss to the Kings, they didn't cover. And then a 14-point loss to the Bulls, they didn't cover. And right now, the Grizzlies are up by 27 points on them with 5.5 minutes to go in the third, or 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So it's only going to get worse in that game. For the Raptors, 5-5 in their last 10, 6-4 against the spread. There was a total of 255 points, 215, 222, and then 229. A 19-point loss to the Bulls, then a 9-point loss to the Blazers, and a 12-point loss to the Pistons. They didn't cover any of those games. And then they beat the Nets by 11. They did cover that game. To me, this really boils down to how many points the Hornets are going to score. I do think that this game has the potential to go over because the over-under is very low. I would take the Raptors on the money line, the Raptors laying the points, and I would go over. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.